Take one's medicine. To accept or endure the consequences of one's actions, especially when they are unpleasant or difficult. To follow a prescribed course of treatment, especially by taking medication as directed. After indulging in rich foods over the holidays, she vowed to take her medicine and return to a healthier diet. The coach benched the player for breaking team rules, forcing him to take his medicine and learn from his mistake. The patient reluctantly took his medicine, knowing it was necessary for his recovery. Despite the bitter taste, she faithfully took her medicine as prescribed by her doctor. After making a mistake, he knew he had to take his medicine and face the consequences. A bitter pill to swallow. Something unpleasant or difficult to accept. A harsh or painful truth that is hard to bear. A necessary but unpleasant experience or decision that one must endure or accept. Failing the exam was a bitter pill to swallow, but it motivated him to study harder and improve his grades. The diagnosis of a chronic illness was a bitter pill to swallow, but she remained hopeful for treatment. Admitting defeat was a bitter pill to swallow, but she knew it was the right thing to do in the long run. The doctor delivered the diagnosis gently, but it was still a bitter pill to swallow for the patient and their family. The company's decision to downsize was a bitter pill to swallow for employees who lost their jobs. Put someone out to pasture. To retire someone, especially from a job or position, often because they are no longer effective or useful. To dismiss or remove someone from a situation, usually due to age or obsolescence. After decades of service, the CEO was put out to pasture and retired with a generous pension. The outdated medical practices were put out to pasture in favor of more modern and effective treatments. The veteran teacher was put out to pasture after years of dedicated service to the school. The old computer systems were put out to pasture and replaced with newer, more efficient models. The aging athlete was put out to pasture when he could no longer keep up with the younger players. A bitter taste in one's mouth. A feeling of disappointment, resentment, or dissatisfaction, often resulting from an unpleasant experience or outcome. A lingering sense of injustice or wrongdoing that leaves a negative impression. The candidate's dishonesty during the campaign left a bitter taste in voters' mouths, affecting their trust and support. Losing the championship game left a bitter taste in their mouths, but they vowed to come back stronger next season. The unfair treatment by the management left a bitter taste in her mouth, and she considered leaving the company. The dispute over the inheritance left a bitter taste in the family's mouths, causing rifts that lasted for years. The failed business venture left a bitter taste in his mouth, but he learned valuable lessons from the experience. A pill pusher. A healthcare professional, especially a doctor or pharmacist, who excessively prescribes or dispenses medication, often without considering alternative treatments. A person or entity that promotes or encourages the use of medication as the primary solution to health issues, sometimes inappropriately. Some patients worry that their doctor is a pill pusher, always quick to prescribe medication instead of exploring other options. The clinic was known for its pill pusher mentality, with doctors handing out prescriptions for every ailment, whether necessary or not. Concerned about overmedication, she sought a second opinion from a doctor who was not known to be a pill pusher. The investigative journalist exposed the practices of a notorious pill pusher doctor, leading to disciplinary action by medical authorities. The pharmaceutical company was accused of being a pill pusher, aggressively marketing its products to healthcare providers. A shot in the arm. A boost or stimulus, often providing renewed energy, motivation, or enthusiasm. A medical injection, typically administered in the upper arm, especially to provide immunity against a disease or infection. The new marketing campaign was just what the company needed, a shot in the arm to revitalize sales. The successful project launch was a shot in the arm for the team, boosting morale and confidence. The charity event was a shot in the arm for the organization, raising much-needed funds and awareness. The flu shot provided a much-needed shot in the arm for vulnerable populations, protecting them from illness during flu season. The government's economic stimulus package was intended to provide a shot in the arm for struggling businesses and individuals. A bitter pill. A difficult or unpleasant truth or situation that is hard to accept. Something that is disappointing or difficult to swallow, both literally and metaphorically. The rejection letter from her dream college was a bitter pill to swallow, but she remained determined to pursue her education. The company's decision to lay off employees was a bitter pill for the staff to swallow, especially during the holiday season. Admitting her mistake was a bitter pill, but she knew it was necessary to make amends. Losing the championship was a bitter pill for the team to swallow, especially after their hard work all season. His former friend's betrayal was a bitter pill to swallow, leaving him feeling hurt and betrayed. Nip in the bud. To stop or prevent something from developing into a larger or more serious issue by addressing it at an early stage. To take action to eliminate a problem before it has a chance to grow or worsen. Recognizing the signs of burnout, she took a proactive approach to nip it in the bud by prioritizing self-care and seeking support. The manager addressed the issue of low productivity in the team meetings to nip it in the bud before it affected overall performance. The teacher noticed the disruptive behavior and immediately took steps to nip it in the bud before it disrupted the entire class. Concerned about a potential conflict, the mediator intervened early to nip it in the bud and prevent escalation. As soon as rumors started spreading, the company decided to nip the gossip in the bud by addressing it directly with employees. Cut one's losses. To accept a small loss or setback to avoid a larger or more significant loss in the future. To withdraw from a failing or unproductive situation to minimize further damage or waste. The homeowner decided to cut his losses and sell the property at a loss rather than continuing to invest in costly repairs. Recognizing the declining market, the entrepreneur chose to cut her losses and close the failing business rather than accrue more debt. Unable to salvage the project, the team chose to cut their losses and move on to more promising ventures. After investing in the failing company, he decided to cut his losses and sell his shares before the stock value plummeted further. Realizing the relationship was toxic, she made the difficult decision to cut her losses and end things before they got worse. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.